Playing video games to improve your mental health and break free from depression probably sounds counterintuitive, I'd imagine. Too good to be true, right? You'd expect the opposite. Well, hear me out, because I've got a unique perspective on this that I think you'll find pretty interesting. I've slain the final boss of the long, winding dungeon that was my personal lifelong struggle with depression, and the most effective weapon that I wielded against the darkness wasn't therapy or medication. In fact, to my surprise, one of the key tools in my loadout was the unexpected benefits of playing video games. 4 key benefits that helped me find the light again. If you or a loved one struggles with depression or anxiety, first off, I'm sorry. I know firsthand how hard it can be, but with any luck, you'll find this video helpful. We're gonna get a little vulnerable today, my friends, with the hope that this reaches somebody that needs it. I've battled with major depressive disorder for nearly 20 years. What started in elementary and middle school as anxiety and panic attacks evolved, like the shittiest Pokemon imaginable, into full-blown, crippling depression. And after years of perpetually overcast perception, I learned something. It's okay to not be okay. It's just not okay to stay there. Those struggles inspired me to later pursue a degree in psychology and a career in counseling and social work for many years to help others, while learning more about myself in the process. And I'm happy to report it's been over 5 years since depression has really had a hold on me. Now, there's still whispers in the darkness, like Sauron calling to the ring, but it's been unable to manifest. And contrary to what conventional thought is on the matter, video games were one of the key tools that helped me to overcome what felt insurmountable. I don't expect this video to reach many people, but if it helps even one person out there, it'll be worth it. Now, quick disclaimer, let's be clear. Video games are not a cure to anything, obviously. I'm going to argue for why they can be a useful tool in the toolbox, but ultimately, I'm just an idiot making a video about my personal experience. There is no replacement for proper treatment, and if you are struggling, you should seek professional help. But alright, without further delay, let's start out by talking about the number one association people probably make between video games and depression, and that's escapism. Life is a grind, man, and the older you get, the more true that statement becomes. Between work, relationships, kids, bills, cleaning, and don't get me wrong, none of these are inherently bad. My wife and kids are the very best thing in my life. But when you carry that much weight, that much responsibility, it's necessary and healthy to take a break to recharge. And video games get a bad rap for that, man. I'm not going to argue that gaming is an optimal use of your time, but they're so much less bad than the algorithmic assassination of your mental fortitude by social media feeds. Those feeds are engineered to make you miserable because outrage and addiction pay better than peace. Our technology has evolved way faster than our simple monkey brains, as has the ability of these corporate gods to weaponize that against us, farming device addiction to harvest engagement, ad revenue, and personal data. Social media is bad, my friend, and you should abandon it. But games, quite to the contrary, offer a reprieve from that. They often have moving, well-written stories and deep character development. They require player input, allow for creative expression, demand polish of mechanical skills, as well as critical thinking and puzzle solving. Some folks may tell you to go touch grass, and you should. Sunshine is very helpful, but that's not always the most helpful suggestion where I live. And lush, green worlds can get you through harsh seasons, be them literal or figurative. There's a reason we look back on some of these digital worlds so fondly, why we feel such a strong emotional surge of nostalgia when that soundtrack kicks in as you're exploring. It's a home away from home. Now, just to be clear, excessive escapism can be an addictive trap in itself. Moderation is key here to avoid digging your hole even deeper. That said, used sparingly as a tool, video games offer a great break from the grind and a much healthier alternative to other common escapes like substance use and doom scrolling. When you're at your lowest, small wins really add up. I remember I'd hit points at times where even basic tasks like showering and eating were agonizing, felt like they required a full summoning ritual to get me moving. Life seemed hopeless and getting out of bed seemed pointless. Everything in life felt like it was uphill, while you're dragging the weight of your depression behind you. Even picking up the controller is a struggle sometimes when that toxic, soul-draining algorithm is only seconds away on your phone. But advancing through a hero's journey, slaying tough bosses and completing quests, getting those little dopamine hits, it was motivating. Sometimes getting a couple digital wins gave me that little shove to get a couple real victories too, and momentum is your very best friend when you're depressed, as it can snowball into some real progress that lifts some of that crushing weight off of your shoulders. Do I think you should just sit and game all day when you're depressed? No. In fact, I think moving yourself out of that place where you feel stuck is crucial. But when you're really down in the pit, sometimes those small victories can drop a ladder for you to start climbing out. It's okay to not be okay right now. It's okay, my brother in Christ, to be a human being that goes through some ups and downs, and it's okay to feel sad sometimes. Though as men, I feel like we're conditioned often to feel like it's not. Video games feature some of the most emotionally devastating and morally challenging moments in fiction, and contending with these things, for me, has proven to be a profoundly useful exercise. Wrestling with and processing these moments has been a great spark for deep introspection and personal development for me, and discussing that impact with others has really helped to normalize having productive conversations about emotional vulnerability, something that is very healthy and should be normalized. This then cascades into more effective therapeutic interventions, as well as healthier and more open and honest discussions with those close to you. Those connections are key, so key in fact that it's next on the list. Isolation is dangerous when you're depressed. It's often the greatest barrier to recovery from mental health and addiction-related problems, and that's why support groups are so effective. Games offer crucial time with real friends, and importantly, when you're depressed, that time has a low barrier to entry. Just pop on the headset, you're good to go. Somewhat overlooked though, single-player games also offer time with heartwarming non-player characters, and I don't think anyone would find it odd that the loss of a character in a movie was emotionally moving for someone, but for some reason stories and characters in games are taken less seriously by a lot of non-gamers. We spend a lot more time with these characters in games, offering our own personal inputs, thoughtfully advancing relationships with the amazing characters found in some of the most well-written RPGs, watching romance bloom and experiencing tragic losses. This can be incredibly powerful, and a profound reminder to look around us and appreciate what we have, and to be honest with ourselves about what we really want and our own shortcomings standing in the way. If you check out Steam reviews of Persona 3, 4, and 5, you'll find countless glowing reviews of people who had extraordinarily positive experiences with the characters and relationships, a positive experience that helped pull them through a dark time and still sticks with them today. And I get it. Those games make you feel understood at a time when you don't even understand yourself. People just don't get together in person as much these days. It's even harder as your responsibilities multiply in adulthood. Games offer an interactive and collaborative way to maintain and grow relationships with your friends, and maybe even make some new ones along the way. Those shared experiences are a lot more valuable than a simple like or comment on social media. I still have a healthy handful of close friends that predate my entire experience with depression, and those bonds were forged in no small part through gaming. So, of course, gaming isn't a cure, but it can be a bridge, a path to reconnecting with joy, creativity, and even other people. It reminds you that you can achieve things, that baby steps along the way will eventually enable you to slay your own personal final boss, and that you will feel good again. For those of you currently feeling lost, maybe you need to hear this. You are good enough just the way you are. Where you're at doesn't feel good right now, but you won't be there forever, even if it feels like it's inescapable right now. You can beat it, and when you do, you will have been forged in fire, able to use your experience to inspire and help those around you. Hang in there, man. If you made it this far, hopefully it was helpful for you. Appreciate you sticking around. This is definitely not my typical kind of content, and probably not something I'm going to do a whole lot of moving forward, but if it was helpful for you, let me know. Any feedback is appreciated. likes and comments and all that definitely help the video move, so appreciate you sticking around, and thanks for stopping by.